So got the Grand Prix for sale, and well, it was bothering me not having compression in that cylinder, and I want to know why. Because of course everyone's asking me when it's up for sale, oh, why does it not have compression? I don't know. If I knew that, I'd probably fix the problem, wouldn't sell the car. Well, now I know the problem. If you look inside there, that's not supposed to be looking like that. Let's look at that one. See? Not good. That's the valve guide stuck to the valve. So it's holding the valve open. Now, this car's ran for probably an hour like that. As tried different techniques and different plugs and dumping oil down the cylinder, stuff like that. Different ideas of trying to, because I was thinking the valve was hanging up. Actually, what I was more thinking about it was, and when I tore it this far apart, I was hoping actually it would be one of the lifters are hung up or something. Put new lifters in it, slap it together, call it good. Well, that's not the case. So, do I get another head, which would make it the third head on that same side of the engine, or do I just put this crappy one back on? The valve guides are good on this motor, or on this cylinder head, but this one right here is all, it's like 20 grit sandpaper. There's a bunch of crap stuck to the valves and all pitted up and stuff. Where the rest of them aren't like that. This is the one that had the blown head gasket on this cylinder here. It's got a little bit of marks there. So I can throw this head back on and just say screw it, send it. It might have some problems though. Actually, it's even worse than I was thinking. Actually, I don't think the cylinder head's even salvageable. That's not good. That's like into the valve seat. Alright, never mind. We're not throwing that head back on. We are totally going to have to get another cylinder head. Because even replacing the guide isn't going to work because that part of the head's going to be all chewed up. And aluminum heads, yeah, that's not good. So, yeah, that's just great. Oh, that's going to be the second set of head gaskets, the third set of heads on this car in 20 miles. We're on a roll here. Oh, that sucks. But because fix the head probably fixed the problem with the car. As long as the other head doesn't pull a repeat. And it actually, because everything else works on the car. So that's why it sucks hauling it in or selling it or whatever. Because, I mean, she's solid. It's dirty is what it is. But the rockers are all there. The floors are solid. I mean, you don't find this in Wisconsin. I mean, there's some surface. Got my replacement head. 25 bucks. Can't beat that with a stick. Even came with head bolts. Yay. Ordered a gasket kit and everything for the car. Unfortunately, I can no longer get a complete kit. I have to order everything individually, which is pretty annoying. Complete kits are now obsolete. And, or at least through Napa they are, and I get a decent discount at Napa, so that's why I went there. Though once the gaskets come in, I'm going to see what's all included. But I'm going to pull the springs off, make sure all the valves move individually. Hopefully the kit comes with new valve guide seals, because then I can just replace those right away. If they do. If they don't, they don't. Not a big deal. But yeah, I want to make sure each valve moves individually so we don't get a repeat of that, because that sucks. But yeah, that's going to be the update. Hopefully my next video will be of this thing whipping donuts in reverse. Running great. So, not holding my breath, but though one thing I am going to do here in a minute or two is I'm going to actually pull the plugs on that side, do a compression test on that side of the motor too, make sure everything's good, because those two cylinders were perfect. Great. 150 psi, zero. Obviously zero because the stuck valve guide. That, on the other hand, that side I don't know. When I took it to another shop to just kind of have him go over it a little quick, he did say that cylinder there was missing too. Now, I assumed it was bad compression because I'm assuming whatever was affecting this one was affecting that one. It's not, because that head we didn't replace. This one we did. Actually, they were switched. That head was actually the front head. The one we replaced was actually the back head. It was the back cylinder that blew the head gasket. So with that other cylinder head junk, which I had to trade it in for a core charge for that one, which was fine by me because I wasn't going to use it. So we put the front one on the back and then just replaced this one. Obviously, this replacement here with 20 miles on it is junk. So ripping that one off, putting that other one on once I know the valve guides are good, but I'll still do a compression test on that one. Yeah, and then hopefully that one's good, because if it's good, then I'm not going to pull the head or nothing, because gasket's brand new on it. So then I just replaced the gasket on this one because swapping heads. Really, really didn't want to do all this, but what do you do? Then hopefully everything works. Then just got to fix the coolant leak on that tube down there. And once that's fixed, this car will be a good solid car. Put a new muffler on it. Put a piece of pipe where the cat was, since the cat's missing. And yeah, I mean, the interior of this car is clean. And a little dark spot there, probably from me climbing in the car. But other than that, I mean, the dash is in good shape. Headliner's sagging now, which is kind of annoying. That was a recent development. But other than that, I mean, like I said, this car is clean. I don't know if this is the tire with the bulge or if it's that one. I think it's that one. But yeah, those are the stock steel rims, which are just god-awful, ugly as sin. And the way the calipers are, they got a stupid off space. So the stock Riata wheels that I had, or that came on the Riata, though I have never seen these wheels on a Riata, these fit just fine. So I'll probably put these wheels on the car. Though these two need tires. But then put snow tires on these stock ugly wheels, and then guess what? I got a good daily driver. Because everything works. Speedometer's off, though. That's another thing I just remembered. On my way home, I was doing 70 and I was only doing 45. Don't know why that is. But then, yeah, the low fuel light's on all the time, but the fuel gauge works. So, manual windows, so it's like, can't have power windows go wrong. Oh, the glue is starting to let go there. But clean title and everything. Yeah, because if I fix the car, I got it up for sale at the moment. Again, tried selling it this spring, but no go. And trying it now, and well, I get everyone and their brother offering me $200, and it's like, for that, I'm hauling it in for scrap. Make money on it. Because I'll make more than $200 hauling it in for scrap. So, yeah. Hopefully I got all the parts here. And she'll be ready to rock and roll. Hopefully in a week or two. Probably 2 weeks. Probably right before Christmas too, more likely. Maybe see if I get someone to buff it. Because I think she'll come back. Most of it. Clear is peeling on one side of the car. Where was it? Right here, the clear coat's peeled. But I mean, considering it's a 90s GM paint, it's held up pretty good. I mean, my 96 Camaro is far worse than this. Yeah, so I think with a little bit of buffing, I could probably get this car coming back. Actually, I'm going to try that. How's that? Still a little bit of swirl left in it. Just, I mean, considering I just buffed dirt, so a little bit of better job there. And dude, this car is going to come back pretty good. And that paint's not even bad considering a 1990. I'm thoroughly impressed with this. I mean, not exactly the the right way to buff a car. I mean, got to get her nice and clean first. But that was just a that seems like a bad spot. But yeah, she turned out pretty good. Dude, buffing this car is gonna, wow, it's gonna look really, really nice. Actually, I'm gonna be shocked how good it's gonna look. I'm just so impressed by that. It's because I've never seen it that clean. When my nephew had it, he never washed it, but he only had it for a few months. So then it sat in the woods for a year, and that's why all this stuff's on it. Because sitting in the woods is not exactly the greatest thing for it. So yeah, a good detail job in this car would be just spotless, except for this little flaw right here that I know of. I mean, being a black car, you're going to see all the flaws when it's all said and done. Every ding, every dent. Kind of see a couple on the door, it looks like. A couple dings. One here. Another one here. Good scratch along the side here. But, I mean, what do you expect? 1990 bone stock LE. It's not even like the GT or the... Actually, I didn't know there was a turboed version. When I was looking for a cylinder head, they're like, oh, is it the turboed version? I'm like, damn it. I want the turboed version. Sounds like a quick little rip. But, yep. There we go. Good news on my compression test, though my Schrader valve must be going bad on my tester because she won't hold the pressure. But 150 psi on all rear 3 cylinders. So if it wasn't for that stupid valve guide, it's 150 psi. Well, assuming that one would be 150 psi. It's like 150 psi all the way across the board. Like, this is still a good running engine, compression-wise. So that's good. It's good, 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 good. So I'm not even going to bother touching the rear cylinder. Though I did touch the car a little bit more with my buffing stuff here. And it turned out pretty good.